Hi there, I've got 10 unpopular K-pop opinions for you, covering NCT, aespa, CLC, fashion and more, so let's just get straight to it. Not supporting all NCT units is normal. NCT with every single existing member is not really a regular group, regardless of the fact that SM has marketed NCT 127, NCT Dream, Wavy and NCT U as units under the same brand. All units have a completely different sound, dynamic, fan base, and it is the most normal thing for people to like only one or only some of these units because they function as separate groups that can occasionally collaborate with each other. If I like NCT 127 because they happen to be my favorite group and my alt bias is there, I'm in no way obligated to support the rest of the units when they make a comeback because they are just simply not NCT 127. The same way you would not buy merch or photo cards of all the members from a group, why should you do that for a unit that you are not interested in, only because they fall under the NCT brand? It's pretty simple to me. aespa is ahead of the game. Now whether you like the AI concept or not does not matter, because aespa literally has the creative opportunity to make so much of the concept. They have the storyline. Just the aespa members alone already being branded together with their AIs means they can make an app, dolls, TV series, comics, and so on. That is such an advantage, because it goes beyond pop, and branching out can mean they can profit even more. Also, the fact that with the start of this SM culture universe thing, at the center of which is aespa, means possibilities of aespa and other SM artists collaborating, be it directly or indirectly by connections in their separate storylines, which in turn makes the fans look for clues or connections like that, and gets them excited. It is new, and it will keep people intrigued. Outfits are the most important thing after the song. Okay, so the song is obviously the most important, because only if you like it will you then continue to look for performances, stages and so on. Now here is the defining moment in my opinion. Because what will make you want to watch is the visuals on stage, and by that I mean the whole vibe, aesthetic, the fashion. What we see visually can have a strong effect on the whole perception of how song era goes. Like if you find the outfits memorable and iconic, chances are you will go back and rewatch these performances, and for groups you don't know, that can make you interested to check them out and look for more of them. This might be subjective, but to me the fashion can be very impactful. That's also why in a sense groups from the big three can have the advantage when it comes to styling, because they have a higher budget to create the vision the group is going for. Dancer reaction videos are a new type of fake. Recently a lot of channels have come up stating they are dancers or dance mentors, or whatever the fuck else. And a lot of them naturally are super fake, as most reaction channels are, aside from these dudes, Elliot New Village, Emeroy Bernardo and maybe Zulez, who know what they are talking about and don't lie. The rest just put dancer reacts in their titles and point out the obvious and pinpoint whoever is the center as the best without explaining why they think that, and just base it off on the fact that if they are center for their part they must be the best, which would make the stands happy, and while it may sometimes be true, it is not always the case. They do not contribute in any way you would expect them to, just use the generic terms, energy, formation, power and smooth, and there you have it. You can now put the word dancer in your title and get added value to your video. Also, just because someone took dance classes does not mean they were good, are good or capable enough to provide critique to the dance abilities of the groups. This goes for any skill there is. Blackpink's best styling was the D4 and Pretty Savage era. I feel like there were a lot of who people hated D4 era and claimed Jennie was dressed better than the rest. I highly disagree. DDU was iconic and there were a lot of great outfits. They were cohesive and the majority of the time suited each of the girls well. In my opinion, Lisa got the best outfits and stood out the most, but that is also mainly because the song fit her really well. To me, How You Like That and Lovesick Girls had just a few good outfits on their own. The Pretty Savage ones were also top tier, and to me Jisoo was the one that looked exceptional. Overuse of K-pop idol quotes needs to end. In particular, the "no one is ugly, we just live in a judgmental society, and if I don't fit in this generation's standard of beauty then I will have to become a different standard." Okay, so why is it that these two quotes by Hwasa and RM can be found in the comments of literally every single video that relates in some way to outer appearance, whether it's beauty standards, weight loss / gain videos? Like, yes, they are positive, but damn, do you have to bring them up every single time? Like, why not give your opinion instead of copy pasting the same thing over again? That is more so a pet peeve, because I honestly see them even in comments of non-K-pop videos. Award season fashion sucks. The styling for both boy and girl groups during award performances is tragic. Like, how is it that at award shows groups get the worst outfits ever? Like, all of them look so costume-like, and apparently sparkles seem to be a necessity. Most if not all groups seem to be dressed so similar with no creativity, no connection to their concepts or latest songs. It really annoys me, because I expect good styling all year round. A group can have the best outfits for their comeback stages, and then at award performances will wear the first thing that sparkles, and call it a day. Bias wreckers don't exist when you have an alt. I don't know if this is just me, but I do not understand how you can have a bias wrecker, or have a different bias in the group of the idol you claim to be your ultimate bias. For me, my alt is Taeyang, and I just can't get bias wrecked by anyone else, because Taeyang exists. Like, the spot of an ultimate bias is so solid that no other idol can do anything else to change that. Not all groups are chaotic. Why do fans feel the need to start branding a group as crackheads the moment they debut? Listen, not everybody needs to be this chaotic, loud, funny group. Just because they aren't like that on camera, or maybe in real life, that does not mean they are less than, and it is really weird when they barely have content out to start making compilations of these idols doing and saying just very basic everyday stuff that happens to everyone. This goes along with this obsession to typecast the members of groups as the funny one, the mom, the chaotic child, the one that doesn't care. Like, they can have multiple traits at once, you know. Lastly, this also can be linked to some get to know type of guides that already can be biased and just make out some members to be these basic characters due to the creator projecting certain personality traits onto them. Yeeun should have been CLC's main focus. Okay, so sometimes a group might not be that popular, but if one member seems to be more known to the public and gets more views, has more iconic parts in songs, that should be an indication that they have something that captures the viewer. Yeeun from CLC is that someone. She is talented and clearly well perceived, and should have been given more screen time, center lines, because the more well known she would have got, the more CLC would become popular. When you have a member like that, the songs should be centered around them, at least in the beginning, when you see that that member is the one getting noticed. But Cube is a stupid box, and wasted my fave. Anyways, that is all from me. Let me know if you agree. Bye.